currently so many fundraisers for the American Red Cross, and I really wanted to focus on an organization that I know is actually helping an area that was hardest hit. And it actually happened because one of my friends knows someone who works at the UN, and they highly recommended the Rockaway Waterfront Alliance. They were actually one of the first to help out in the Rockaways after Hurricane Sandy hit, even though they're not really actually a relief organization. Okay, thank you everybody for coming today. In case some of you don't know me or haven't met me, I'm Felicia, and I'm the one that put together this wonderful stand-up comedy show for you today. Thank you very much. And I'm really so glad that this is finally happening, because as some of you may or may not know, this event was actually supposed to happen a month ago, and we had issues with the venue, and there's like a lot of venue changes, and I'm just so glad that it's finally happening. And all of the comedians here today, I want to give a really big thanks to them. Eric Tabig and Tim Davis in particular, they're the ones that helped me to get the lineup of comedians. And for half of the comedians here who didn't even know me, and they're receiving this barrage of emails from me like, oh, we're going to change the venue, oh no, it's going to be here, it's going to be there. I think I told them at least 3 different places, and they stuck through me with it this whole time. We're raising money today for the Rockaway Waterfront Alliance, and they were founded in 2005. And the purpose of the Rockaway Waterfront Alliance was to revive and develop the waterfront. And they were one of the first organizations to respond when the Rockaways got hit with Hurricane Sandy. So that was the idea behind this event, is I really wanted to give to an organization that I know is doing work in one of the communities that was hardest hit.
How you doing, guys? All right. First of all, every time I start a show, I like to take a survey. I like to divide the crowd, not by sex and not by race. I like to divide the crowd by age. Okay? So let's go 35. All right? So over 35 and under 35. Let's do the loudest. So those who are over 35 years old, make some noise. All right, okay. Those who are under 35, make some noise. Alright, some people, you're lying. Alright, actually, I just turned 40, guys. Yes, I'm 40 years old. I know I don't look it, right? I'm not 40 years old, right? Yeah, you guys say, yeah, right? Yeah. Look 40. Yeah. Look 25, right? It runs in my family, though. Like, I'm Filipino, like, all my family members look young. Like, my dad, he's 70. He looks like he's 60. I'm 40. Look like I'm 30. My son's 10, looks like an egg. Yes. Thank you. But my name is Air. It's a nickname. I like it. It's cool though. Like, I like it because it's original. It's Air. But what I hate about it is it begins with the letter A. And this is why I don't like it. My name is the first name on all my friends' cell phones. So I get all the accidental calls. You know, when people don't lock their keys, you know, it's annoying. Like every morning I check my messages, and it goes like this. It's like, you have 3 new voice messages. Message number 1, received at 9 p.m. I'm like, delete. Message number 2, received at 2 a.m. Delete. Message number 3, received at 4 a.m. Oh my. I'm like, save. Save that for later.
Give yourselves a hand for coming out, for supporting this great. And you know, I have to say, I was a little apprehensive, because the hardest thing for any comic to do is to do a room they've never been before, or to perform for people that you know. I remember the first time I performed for my dad, I was 15 years old. I was watching Charlie's Angels in my room, and I forgot to lock the door. I don't think he was upset at what I was doing. I think he was just bothered I was doing it to Bosley. You know what I mean? I'll be pausing as if there's laughter, folks, okay? So, Christmas is here. I put my tree up today. Anybody got their tree up? Yeah? Yeah? Every year my wife and I, we have the big tree fight. I want the real tree. She wants the artificial tree. How many real tree people do we have here? Yeah. Artificial tree? Well, come on, that's not everybody, folks. Either we got a lot of Jews in the audience tonight or a lot more white folks are celebrating Kwanzaa. You know, come on, work with me. All right, you know what? I'm actually going through a little midlife crisis. I was actually kind of happy when Air asked who was over 35, and most of the room was, because that's what I'm going through. I just went to my 30th high school reunion. Anyone been to a reunion lately? It's all changed, right? How do they invite you now? They don't send you an invitation. How do they invite you? They send you a Facebook request, right? You know what? You send me a friend request. If you wanted to be my friend, why don't you talk to me in homeroom in 1982? You know? So I go to my reunion. I haven't been there in 30 years. And it's unusual. What do you say to somebody you haven't seen in 30 years? Some of you may have shared a special moment with, a first dance, a kiss. All I could come up with was, hey, Coach Mike. I'll take a groan. I'm parked on 64th Street, you know, and I don't really care right now. But you know what? There's 5 things people want to change about themselves when they go through a midlife crisis. Number 5, spend more time with your family. Number 4, stop drinking. Now, if you ask me, you got to pick one or the other because you can't do both. You know, either my mother-in-law's coming over and I'm picking up a 12-pack, or I'm going to my AA meeting. Number 3, find a new job. Anybody been lucky enough to get a new job lately in the room? Anyone? This is the audience participation part of the program, folks. I've had a lot of jobs before I started doing stand-up. Hopefully I'll be able to go back to one after tonight. I was a teacher. I taught special ed. I worked with problem kids to improve their motor skills. I knew I was really reaching them the day they stole my car. Had a lot of crappy part-time jobs. I worked at a novelty company. We made novelties for bachelor and bachelorette parties. You know what our #1 selling item was? No, it was a penis pen. It was a great pen. Only problem, if you wrote too fast, the thing exploded.
Are there anybody here that's not Asian? Your eyes are round. Where are the round eyes? How racist was that I just said that? That was so racist. They were like, the round eyes are right here. We're right here. We're in the group together, inner circle, showing that we're round. That's what we're doing here. Round eye right here. All right. Yes. You have breached. You have come in. Amazing. 1, 2. All right. There's 2. That's secure. Any Hispanic people here? Get the fuck out of here. You're not Hispanic. You're too close. Minorities are in the back. What are you talking about? Minorities? What are you? Puerto Rican, Dominican? Dominican. I'm gonna have Dominican too. Very exciting. Yes. All right, back to the comedy. I'm sorry. This is my cousin, obviously. We're very close. So my name is Ishmael. That's right. Call me Ishmael. I know you guys are thinking. And yes, on the weekend I am a whaler. That's right. I am a whaler. You're a name like Ishmael, you have to be, right? But am I going to be a golfer? That would make no sense. My mom named me Ishmael. My dad didn't want to name me that. My dad wanted to name me, I thought your mom couldn't get pregnant during her period. But that was... That hurts. It's a true story. That really hurts. The doctor was like, that would be too long for the birth certificate. You should shorten that. He's like, how about broken condom? He was like, this is getting really awkward. What's happening here? Well, when I introduced myself and I told people I'm Hispanic, you know, people always go, oh, you know, I told this girl I'm Hispanic, and she was like, oh my God, I was waiting for like a Juan or a Jose, you know, because I'm racist, yeah. And I was like, oh, what is your name, Vanessa? I was like, oh, I was wondering if your name was whore. That's what I was thinking. Juan, you're a whore. That's fantastic. And people like to always tell me smart things about my name, because my name's unusual. Someone's like, oh, you know, Ishmael means God hears. What do I mean, God hears? I'm like, yeah, I know that. I know that. And then they get struck by lightning. And I'm like, wow, besides hearing, he reads minds too. That's fantastic. That's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly. See how the comedy goes really high, then it just drops sometimes. It drops. Yeah, just keep going up. So being Hispanic, of course, my cousin recently had a baby. That's what we do. We just constantly have children. We'll be the majority of the country outside in about 5 minutes. So be prepared, Asian people. You better dance salsa or you're out of here. I go to visit my grandma. She lives in a real dangerous area. She lives in the Lower East Side, but in a really bad area. You know what's a bad area when you walk outside and you see a store that's been open for 5 years, but it still says grand opening. You're like, what the fuck? They're selling something in here. I don't understand. And I don't really look Hispanic, so the other day I got robbed by a bunch of Hispanic people. You know how fucked up that is? To get robbed by your own culture? You know what that is? To be like, you look just like me. What are you doing? I'm just walking down the street, they grabbed me, they put a gun to my head. You look very familiar. You look very familiar. You were with them. I remember you. I fucking remember. They put a gun to my head and I was like, wait a minute, relax, relax. I'm like, hey, look. There's some white people, let's do it together like a team. Let's show them we have unity. Come on, let's do this together. They didn't care. And, I was nervous. And the whole time I was telling my cousins, why are you doing this? Why? Why are you doing this? He was like, give me your money. Until Grandma said hello, I'll get the fuck out of here. I will see you Christmas. My family's really religious. My aunt named her baby Jesus. Jesus, which makes no sense because she's a big whore. So it's really weird that she named the baby Jesus. Nothing coming out of her body should be named Jesus, okay? And of course, if my aunt named the baby Jesus, the father has to be God. You know why? Because no one's ever seen the father, that's why. No one's ever.
I think Jesus is a crazy name to name a children. That's too much pressure. Jesus, savior of mankind. You ever know anybody named Jesus? They usually go to a life of crime. That's what they do. They're usually the worst people in the family. I feel like my cousin, Jesus. I feel like my cousin's gonna go into a life of crime 20 years from now. We're watching the news. We have a couple of robbery suspects. One of them named Jesus, accompanied by his cousin Angel. I'm like, really? Jesus and Angel robbing people? This is ridiculous. The reporter's going to come back. In the Bible it says Jesus will come back like a thief in the night. And that's exactly what he did to this bank last night. The prophecy is real! See, you know why I love that joke? Because all the Christians, the 3 of them here, they all laugh. They always love that joke. The Christians are like, that joke is so smart and witty, I love it! All the atheists are like, I can't believe what's happening right now. Science tells me that last joke wasn't real. That joke is a myth. But anybody who's agnostic is like, I can't believe what's happening right now, but I also can believe what's happening right now. I'm in the middle. Don't push me to one side. And the Hindus are like, I have no idea what the hell is going on.
Keep filming. They don't get any better. But you know, somebody, before they racially profiled, they did the age thing. They did a census of how old you are. No one cares how old an audience is. They care how good-looking an audience is. We're on camera. Now this is a good-looking crowd. But for the camera, they really like a great-looking crowd. So we're going to dim the lights. And if you think someone near you is bringing down the average, you know who you are. You can just nudge them. And then we'll have that great-looking crowd the camera needs. Now I'm only kidding. They're just going to put it on a computer and draw pretty faces. And that's all that. And I've become a young Paul Newman and everything. Fine. So we're here oh! By the way, no one's remembered that. Do we have any Mayans in the audience? We have everything else. Any Mayans? Because there are 2 weeks left till the end of the world. But then anyway, you know what the great thing is? It's actually not 2 weeks to the end of the world. It's 2 weeks to the end of, like, their version of a millennium. And then the calendar starts over again. Isn't that crazy? Just because you hit the end of a millennia, you think the world's coming to an end. It's not like when Y2K was approaching. The Western world panicked like superstitious assholes. No. We were mature and calm about it. Don't fly, you'll fall out of the air at midnight. Oh, was anyone really in the middle of the storm? I'm in the Rockaways. I'm not only in the Rockaways, I'm at the border of the Rockaways near Atlantic Beach Long Beach, near the 5 towns, the 3 worst hit parts. And I'm in the middle. And my stupid building was told to evacuate, but wouldn't. First night, I'm taking the fire department on the roof. Second night, I'm taking the cops to the 4th floor. Third night, there's this woman who's really upset because she can't get a radio report without electricity. What does she need a radio report of? The weather! Excuse me. It's raining.
As you can see, I'm a really big guy. That's why I never went into crime. You can imagine me in a lineup. And I just lost 50 pounds. Actually, I didn't. I just said that so you wouldn't think I'm that fat. But I was on the subway the other day, and being a gentleman, I got up to give my lady a seat, and 3 people sat down. But the great thing about driving a cab was listening to women talk in the back seat. Because women think cab drivers are dead. You know what 2 women talk about when they get together? A third. Did you see that slut Marianne with the dress halfway up her ass? I know, but those fat thighs, I'd be too embarrassed to wear a short dress like that. And who ever told a brown shoe went with a black dress? And was that her boyfriend? That was her husband? Ooh. Ooh. Looks like he doesn't have a nickel. Ever get next to me, I spray him with Lysol. But she's a nice girl. I like her anyway. She's my second best friend after you. You women cut each other up. I had 3 women in the back of the cab one day. None of them will get out first. You know why, right? Because the other 2 were going to talk about it. So they went, Mary, we'll drop you off first. That's okay, we'll drop you off first, Jane. But Mary, you live right here. I live all the way in Brooklyn. That's okay, I'll go to Brooklyn and come back. I don't mind, right? And as soon as Mary got out, the 2 of them talked about it, right? When the second one got out, the one left talked about the 2 of them to me. So when the third one got out, I waited till the next woman got in, and I talked about all 3 of them.
Oh my God, I don't get paid, but it gets my probation officer off my back. So I'm thrilled to be here. You guys, Sandy, 4 days I did not take a shower. 4 days. I had power, I'm just fucking lazy. Lazy. No subway to go anywhere, right? No gas for the car. Who am I taking a shower for? My husband and the cat? Come on, they're supposed to love me unconditionally. All right, this is exciting. We've got more people taping the show than that are actually on the show. This is exciting. I cannot wait to see this on JTV or wherever this is headed to. It's going to be fantastic. Hey, I made it. Thank you. Yeah, so Sandy was crazy, so he couldn't go anywhere. So I ended up sitting on the computer and just reading the news for a few days. That's all I did. But I did see some weird stories, right? I saw a story that researchers found out that primates have a sense of fair play. Primates, like chimps and orangutans, they have a sense of fair play. We should let them run Congress. Don't you think so? And then we could test experimental medicines on the senators. Wouldn't that be like a win-win? That's a win for America, you guys. That would be great. There was another weird story in the news at the same time. There was a story about a small town in Peru where once a year they have a festival where they actually eat cats. Did you guys see that story? A small town in Peru. I can't believe this story, right? So I said, I gotta do a little more research. Delta flies pets to Peru, you guys. Delta. That's right, my cats are taking a little vacation next year. Yes! A one-way ticket, please. No more carrying bags of litter, right? 25-pound bags of litter. What was I thinking when I let those cats in? All right. My name is Lisa Harmon. I'm from Queens, New York. This is my real voice. Yes, it's not put on. It's my real voice. And just so you know, I am Armenian. Armenian. Has anybody ever heard of Armenians? Yeah? Oh, my God. I can't believe it. Nobody ever heard of Armenians. You know? Really? We don't care, you know. We're Christians from the Middle East. We're just happy to be alive. The anonymity, that doesn't bother us so much. Yeah, this is awesome. I love this. It's like having sex with a robot or something. I don't know what's going on here. Oh my God. Hello. I'm going to be blind. Is somebody going to lead me fucking home after this or what? you all know one very famous Armenian, and that's Kim Kardashian, right? She's Armenian. Both of us are 100% Armenian. And actually, this is what she would look like if it wasn't for the nose job, liposuction, and laser hair removal. This is the before. She was the before picture, and she's like the after picture, you know? But she has a lot of money. I would do that stuff if I had the money, right? I don't have that kind of money. And she admitted that she got it by banging everybody and then putting it on the internet. Right? And I banged everybody, but I didn't put it on the internet. Stupid! Stupid! And I blame my publicist, you guys. That is it.
Thank you all for coming and supporting this great event. And feel free to stay and have a great time and mingle. Thank you, everybody.